Hey everyone, my name is Jeremy. One thing that I do have a passion for is, I'd say, farming or homesteading. So I thought I would kind of show a little bit and kind of describe and just kind of create a community on things that you honestly may not see. I know there's a lot of homesteaders out there, a lot of people that probably do it a lot better than me. I have no doubt about that. But the thing about homesteading is anyone can do it. It really is. And I know a lot of people want to be self-sufficient because you don't want to rely on government, external sources, things like that. And honestly, you want to try to save a little bit of money. I mean, right now, at the time of recording this, egg prices are high and all of our foods are processed and all kinds of preservatives and different things like that. So there's more of an interest in homesteading and people growing their own food, doing their own thing, and having their own, I guess you'd say, brand of a sorts. But the one thing I've noticed is watching a lot of videos on YouTube, and there's a lot of people out there that are very informative, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of fantastic things out there and a lot of interesting information, a lot of really good information, some bad information. So I kind of wanted to do this and show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I don't want to show you just the flash and picture show and everything like that. I want to show you every bit of it. And I'll pan to something right quick to show you. I've had this above ground lift sitting here for a while. So I want to show you all of the ins, outs, positives, negatives, goods, bads. I want to show you a little bit of everything. And I want to encourage you to jump, take the leap, and go into homesteading. Now, why am I encouraging people to get into homesteading? Well, honestly, for just the reasons that I said, so you can be more self-reliant. And in order to do that, I think you need to see everything. Goods, bads, uglies, the things that I've gotten right, the things that I've made mistakes on, because I've made a lot of mistakes, but I've also gotten a lot of things right. I want you to see where I've messed up and see where I've succeeded, because I want it to help you, because hopefully my failures that I have done, that I've made, hopefully can help you to where you won't make those same failures. But I want you to have all of the information that I can possibly give you in order to facilitate any type of homesteading that you may want to do. Now, a lot of people may say, well, I don't have tons of acreage or a farm or even access to that. Right now, I live in the city and I have maybe a half an acre, a backyard, just a very small area, but I still am interested in doing something. Well, let's cover that too. I've got 16 acres. It's not a huge farm, but it's not a very, very small farm either. So I want to kind of cover a little bit of everything. I want to cover the 16-acre process, so we'll talk about cattle, fencing, infrastructure, water, different things like that. But I also want to cover the average person's view of it and kind of where I started also by homesteading, or the process of homesteading also. Start with just a backyard garden, have some really, really good tips of being able to grow your own things for your own family or for you. And maybe even grow enough to where you can sell if we can get the yield up and if you have enough space and want to be able to do it. Now, can you grow a lot of vegetables on a half an acre? You can grow a lot of things on about a half an acre. You can do a lot more with it than you think. So we're going to cover this in some courses, but I'm going to try to split this up into micro courses because I don't want people to pay for a course or sign up for a course that they can't use 75% of it. So I'm going to do small micro courses on different things. Like we'll do a course on, say you have a bunch of acreage versus medium-sized acreage versus little acreage versus no acreage. We'll kind of go through a little bit of those steps as we go along. And I'll kind of give you information on how to start just a small, I guess you'd say, semi-greenhouse in the city, provided that you're able to with all of your zoning laws and everything like that. We'll cover chickens, we'll cover cows, we'll do also some theory of things that I haven't done yet, but I'll show you some of the ideas that I've had, where they were right, where they were wrong, where they might benefit you, because everybody's situation is going to be different. So I hope this is something that you would find interest in. And again, I want this to be a community, so I want there to be a lot in the chat rooms, ideas. There's no such thing as a bad question. The only question that's a bad question is one that's not asked and that you legitimately want to find an answer for. So that's what I want to be here for, but I want to create this just general community for me to get ideas from you guys and for you guys to get ideas from me and find out things that I've messed up, and other people that are homesteading that they've found things that work great for them. Fantastic. I want everybody to succeed. We don't want anyone to fail at this. If this is truthfully something you want to do, or if it's something you even want to do as a hobby, we'll cover both areas and both sides of this to try to get you what you need, get you the information you need, tell you if you're going to have to buy certain supplies, if there's things that you can make. Like we'll go over possibly making some raised beds, making some irrigation systems that are smaller. That way you can use them at your house, because I know everybody can't always go out and water a garden every single day. Sometimes people are gone for 2-3 days at a time. You work night shift, you're not able to go outside, and we'll work up some timing things. That way you can just set it and almost forget it for week somewhere in there. We'll just do different things. You can kind of adjust it per size and things like that, however you want to, of your garden and your situation. So please follow along. I'm going to try to give y'all as much information and everything as I possibly can. I'm going to try to post some PDFs in a lot of these courses and just general information of outlines for everyone to have. That way you can follow along, because I don't want you to be left in the dark, and I'm probably going to show you a lot of things that you're not going to do. So I want to show you my mistakes in hopes that you will not make those mistakes. And the mistakes I've made, some of them might work better for you. In other words, some of the things that I have done, I've made too small for my space or too big for my space. So for what you have going, it may work perfect for a smaller space, or it may work perfect if you have bigger space. So follow along. Like I say, I'm no expert at this, but I've been doing it for several years now, and I just want to share all of my information and knowledge with everyone. But big thing is I just want to encourage questions. I want to encourage people to ask and take control of your land and take control of your health. If you can stop buying things at the store, it inevitably will save you money, but also your quality will go up and things like that. I have cows right now, so I'm hoping in the next near future to be able to possibly slaughter a cow and then have my own beef. And there's a big difference between store-bought beef and farm-raised beef. But we'll go over some of that in a lot of these courses. So I hope this information helps, and we'll start. The first course I'm probably going to post is going to be just a general overview of homesteading, what you would need, things to go over, and stuff like that. So follow along with us, and I hope you enjoy everything. See y'all.